Welcome to tonight's market review session with the Pip Catchers. It's December 29th, 2023. Today we had a market maker sell model on the 1 hour / 5 minute time frame. But let's see what happened today. Today, on the 15-minute time frame, this is where predominantly we're trying to find our setup today. We saw we created a SMT here on NASDAQ, creating a lower high, ES creating a higher high, and YM creating pretty much relative equal highs, but more of a lower high. Now, to confirm that this higher high was a SMT, we need to look on DXY to see if this was true. It was. We created an official lower low here. Okay, official lower low here. Because of that, we're anticipating a bearish momentum coming into the day on NASDAQ, right? So because of that, we wanted to see an SMT hold. So we wanted to see this ES SMT hold. We didn't want to see another buy side liquidity sweep. So because of that, we waited for that to happen. Now also, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that this 1 hour inverse fair value gap had been unmitigated because we ran through it. We did not tap into it again. So this was going to be our This is going to be our higher time frame PD array for our market maker sell model. Because obviously we need to climb back up, tap into here, have a lower time frame setup, trade back down. So because of that, once we tapped into here on the 1 hour time frame, right? Tapped into that on the 1 hour, which is going to be during London session, which was our London high. We were gonna have our session based power of 3. So we're gonna have accumulation during Asian session, manipulation to the upside during London session, and then the distribution leg toward London session close, and then have our retracement back into OTE during New York session, New York AM session. So we traded New York AM session, and we wanted to measure out what OTE was. Okay, so measured out from body to body here. What do we see? We get OTE right here between the 0.705 and 0.779. Now obviously the 0.618 is still OTE between 0.618 and 0.79, but we usually want to target the midpoint, which is 0.705. That'll be more accurate. Now OTE, the OTE zone, we see we have a mitigation block, a 15-minute mitigation block. Now, why would this not be a breaker? Why would this 15-minute mitigation block right here not be a breaker, right? You may ask yourself that. Reason is, we do not have any liquidation to the buy side. Like I said, we have that SMT there, so we already got liquidated on ES. So the ES would have a breaker block, and Q would not have a breaker block because of the fact that we do not have liquidation to the buy side. So because of that, no liquidation to the buy side, this is a 15-minute mitigation block. Now, this would still be considered a unicorn setup with this 5-minute fair value gap inside the mitigation block, because it is still considered some sort of breaker. We just do not have liquidation. So this mitigation block will be acting as the higher time frame PD rate for the fair value gap to sit inside. So this would be our unicorn setup for today. Entering here at the open of the gap right here. This would be our first entry. Entering on the open of the gap here. Trading back down for a dump. Now with this, our first target was going to be this 1 hour sell side liquidity. This was going to be our first target. Now you can either take TP here, or you could have held it here, or you could have trailed your stops up to maybe this sell side here. Okay, now with that being our first TP, right, next TP would be the next 1 hour sell side liquidity. This would be our second TP. We can take a partial here, or we can wait for a retracement. Obviously not, we fucking dumped today. Final TP was going to be -3 standard deviations away. Okay, and this was right at the end of our weekly inverse fair value gap that we are currently in. So once we tapped -3, this would be full TP. So just playing this out in time, imagine we were trading this live, okay? Imagine we got a 100K funded account, whatever. Full size is gonna be 5 cons, right? So first entry is gonna be about 3 cons, right? And we can do this on the 1 minute as well if we wanted to. Let's do the 5 minute first. Okay? So trading. Oh fuck, I fucked that up already. Okay, so right here. Trading. We want to enter on that fair value gap right at the open. Right at the open of that gap. So open on the gap, whatever. Here, let's see if I can enter a little bit higher. can enter right here. So technically open on the gap right here. It would be entering on the open of the gap, maybe stops above this high right here. Full TP, basically. Full TP would basically be at -3, right? -3
Oh, you
would be
fuckers
full.
been on fire, huh?
Oh, sup, Demetrius? Hold
Ah, I see you guys over here sniping, huh?
Alright, here, give me 1 second. I'm recording this real quick for the YouTube, bro. I'm recording it for the YouTube, bro. Here, give me 1 second. 1 second. No, all good. Talk, bro. Talk. But yeah. So basically, imagine if we took this trade right here. What we'd be doing is having our first entry right here. So entering on 0.5%. Trading back down right here. Once we get this placement over south side, now we're entering in the -1 to -1.5 standard deviation zone, hitting first target. So we could have did a what? We could have took a partial here. So partialing on one con right here. Coming down to the 1 minute time frame, we're gonna have a retracement back now to this fractal SIBI right here. So because of that, what we would do is we would enter on another con. This would be our scale right here. After our scale, what do we do usually? We want to lower the risk, so we move our stops to break even, basically, right? So because of that, our stops are in the positive now. So we got a negative R trade, basically. Now what we want to wait for is that second target to be hit right here. Once we get that second target hit right there, boom, we could have took another partial right here. Once we get it to hit right there, boom, another partial. But right here, we're about to hit TP at -3 standard deviations anyways. So there wasn't a lot of scaling opportunities today based off of the fact that we did not come back up for retracement back into any fractals, basically. But yeah, that was today's trading today. And